Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stock Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.
This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
Ryan, why did we get... Listen, I blame you for not hiring TRZ from the jump. I did not know how lit Kamen Rider Zero was. I blame you, sir. I blame you. You suck. Okay? You suck. We should review Kamen Rider from Jump Street. Kamen Rider 01 is freaking lit. You know what? No more Power Rangers. I am going straight to Kamen Rider. I am packed my bags. I am ready to go. I am jumped the Kamen Rider train, dog. We're about to henshin a go-go, baby. That's what's going to happen right now. Are you going to say something?
Henshin!
Yeah! A jump in the sky turns into a rider kick, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god. Anyway, hey guys.
Welcome everyone to Ranger Podcast Live. We are Morphin Network, and I am Leo, aka Psycho Fox. Henshin a go-go, baby. And rock with me today, rocking with us is the boss of bosses, Ryan, aka Daggerboy. What's up?
What's up, guys? My name is Daggerboy. What's up? When you're here, I'm staying. Okay, screw it. I'm bored. It's quarantine. We don't want to talk Power Rangers, and yeah.
We're in week 4 of the quarantine, and Kamen Rider extraordinaire Mike, aka Time Rider Zero. Take it away.
3, 2, 1. Henshin! Uchukita!
Oh man, this is awesome. And guys, welcome. Today we are reviewing episode 6 of season 2 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, entitled The Blame Game. I'm sorry if I'm making too many hand gestures. Like my boy Ryan said, it is week 4 of the quarantine, and we are bored. We are absolutely bored.
Oh, wait.
Hey, Quasar Red's here.
Hey, are you using your laptop?
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god, your laptop's better.
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't see our boy Kent's face, but it's all good because we all know he's so beautiful. And
Yes, and I can see all of you perfect for the first time in 2 years.
for the time in forever.
Except Ryan, you look about
Let us sing.
Oh yeah, so this is Kent. Looks like his camera didn't work, so...
Yeah, I'll try and get like a streaming camera to help, but for now, I'm just a voice. I am vengeance.
Maybe we can, Oh, it would be cool if like I put like a picture of him in like a costume. That'd be kind of sick.
Don't worry, when this goes on YouTube, I'll make sure I put a little picture of him right there. So
You better make it a good one.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Okay?
Wait, so we're getting that. So people, guys, you guys can hear us, right? Good.
Looks like they can. So hey,
I can hear you guys just fine. Let me just check. What's it called, the Facebook page? Yep.
I can hear myself.
Okay. All right, let's get this episode started. Oh my god. Well, not a bad episode, but yeah, there's some problems. But start off, Fox.
Hey, Ninja Steel, look at me. Look at me. Look at me! This is... What the heck?
Hold on. Hello?
Hold up.
Are you... No. Oh,
You're gonna get the zoom in. You wanna zoom in?
no, I don't want to zoom in.
I know you wanna zoom in.
Fine. Look at me! This is how you do a possessed evil ranger episode, Ninja Steel. This is how you do it. Learn from your mistakes, Nickelodeon. This is how you do it. Okay, I'm done.
Wow, that was kind of sad.
Oh, there are creepier ways to control a ranger. Yes.
but yes,
Trent Mercer is mine.
I actually really, really like this episode. I have one major complaint, and it's about a specific character, but it's neither here nor there. I really enjoyed this episode. This episode had enough action. It had enough drama. It had enough, dare I say, stakes, Ryan, and it didn't spoil a thing that I thought what they were going to do, which we failed to talk about in the last episode, which I would recap real quick. We forgot to mention
about what happened at the end of the episode.
Yes, we forgot to mention the fact that when Evox showed up, he's like, "Yo, I have a plan, and it involves the Gold Ranger." I honestly thought they were going to spoil it in this one, like, "Oh, it's gonna be just a one-off or something like that." No, there's more to it, and I like it.
I agree, and not to jump ahead, but I also really like the fact that his memory is foggy at the end of the episode, because that prevents him from spoiling what Evox is going to do.
Air 5.
Right.
Air 5. Bam. Let's go. All right. But what about you guys before we even get to talk about the episode? Kent, go ahead.
I really enjoyed the episode. I thought, like, Beast Morphers, like, they have a good way of making stuff not be one-off, like you said, Leonard. This episode also kind of felt like a mix between the Puppet King episode from Teen Titans and that episode of Legend of Korra, where Tenzin, starts acting more like a drill sergeant. It starts up, with Steel. It starts off kind of funny and a little goofy. Then, he starts getting real serious and getting carried away. So
remember that episode of Samurai with Emily?
Yeah, that was cool. That was a drill sergeant episode done right.
Shout out to Emily. Yeah, she's an Asian, so it's Filipino. Really portal actor, so.
She was just wearing a black wig.
Shut up.
Dr. K wore a wig.
Anyway, but Ryan.
No, I will not be silent.
But Ryan, dare I ask, what'd you think? Go ahead.
I actually liked it. Honestly, I will actually rate it high. This is a high rate episode for me. I'll tell you what. I thought it was gonna be filler. You know what's funny? This is the right thing. I think they put the sucky episodes first before this. I think the producers were like, "Oh, okay, these episodes suck. Let's put them in the very first beginning so they don't drag out." Because this is the second in a row is a really good episode.
Ryan.
I liked it because I thought it was gonna be filler. I was like, "Oh God, really? Filler again?" But when I saw Nate turn evil, which they did not really see. They did not, I was like, okay. When I see Nate kind of turn mind control, it was done right. Also, what was cool about it was technically they did amends of the evil Gold Ranger arc of Samurai last season.
I mean,
Ninja last season, because last season, even the Sentai, the Gold Ranger.
That was a bad way of doing it. And what's funny is that Ninja Steel, and I apologize for interrupting, but Ninja Steel had multiple episodes where a Ranger's brainwashed, and every time it was done poorly.
Yeah,
so it's Mighty
anyway.
Morphin.
They thought, guys. Anyway, so last season, I was kind of disappointed because I thought they were gonna do an evil Gold Ranger arc where we'll have a rivalry with the Red and Gold. And it was funny that they were brothers, but anyway, that was kind of a waste of opportunity. I like this part; they actually kind of show it now. Kind of disappointed. I mean, I wish Nate had been more mind controlled, but I liked it because it had stakes. Choreography was good, and finally, we see Nate as a badass.
Oh, but he had to be evil to do it.
Oh, two things right quick. Ryan, were you making predictions?
For what?
For, you say you have a feeling that they made all the filler episodes, the bad filler first, and then all the good stuff? So, are you predicting?
Yeah, I think you're predicting.
Yes. Okay.
Kent, hit it.
So, episode starts off with the Rangers playing football or just tossing the pigskin in the park, which was kind of a bit funny. And we see this dad, get onto his daughter for, littering. It's I want you to pick up 3 things of trash and
3 extra pieces of trash.
Right, 3 extra pieces, and she's like, "Ah, Dad," and so she does that, and Steele's like, "Wow, that he was being harsh," and then he goes, "Nah, she was just teaching him a lesson for, in case she litters ever again," and like Steele is getting the idea that every time someone does something, they have to be punished or face the consequences, and Nate and Steele really takes this to heart. And so when they go back to Grid Battle Force, like we see this new security guard. Side note, actor, just for minor side note, the actor who plays Cole was Levi's biggest fan in the last season, the blonde guy. Just funny note there. Gold.
He looks like Henry Danger or something.
Exactly, Gold. He's in 2 episodes that feature the Gold Ranger. Anyway, so he, gets on to Cole for not scanning one of the, the worker.
Tony's lunchbox.
Yes, this one girl named Tony, her lunchbox, and Steele says, "Steele, you didn't follow protocol, and you have to go out and sweep the,
the lead because Ben and Betty were doing their shtick where they put Morphex in a leaf blower and they accidentally sucked up an entire tree and it just burst everywhere. But I do respect Cole where he's like, yeah, you're right, I messed up. It won't happen again. It's an honor working at Grid Battle Force, so I should be more careful. Thank you. And he accepts the punishment.
Right. He doesn't try and cover it up or anything, so that's cool. Also, I forgot, we cut to the villains. I'll let you guys take care of that one. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No.
So what was actually someone else you take? Okay, actually, someone else take the floor.
I gotcha. So there's a new guy, and there's the villain today, Puppetron, because Dennis and Roxy, I mean Blaze and Roxy, will have effed up again, and so they're like. So Strauss like, all right, listen, watch this, and he gets a puppet, and he's like, now watch what happens. You see this? He's gonna be able to control someone to give the gold because we need the Gold Ranger. He's gonna give where is gonna be. He's gonna give the Gold Ranger this puppet. He's gonna possess him, and then we got gold. No pun intended. So Puppetron, Dennis, Blaze, and Roxy go to Grid Battle Force, and Blaze does some espionage. He climbs through he climbs through a ventilation shaft. He sees a surveillance camera. He barrel rolls through spotlights and stuff. He fights a cyborg. I'm joking. He just puts the package right there and is able to possess Cole Train. Yeah, not as climactic as you thought it would be. It's honestly in my head canon. That's actually better.
Well, for Blaze, this is actually a big accomplishment. He actually got the job done.
Yeah, which makes me question why immediately afterwards. Actually, not immediately afterwards, but later on in the story when they finally do possess Nate, Evox taunts Blaze and Roxy saying, "Oh, you two are such failures! Look at Scrozzle, he managed to get the job done." And I'm like, but Blaze actually managed to get the puppet to Cole, who got the puppet to Nate. Who failed here? It's like saying Asajj Ventress failed, even though just because Jill and Grievous couldn't take over Camino.
Cole, now possessed, goes into Nate's lab. Now, keep in mind, the security guard did not look at his package.
Exactly.
I'll get to that in a minute. And he gives Nate the package.
Oh,
Nate
Leonard
opens it up. What's up?
Leonard, can I mention something right quick?
Yes.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah,
so when Cole gets the package delivered to Nate, Nate is actually working on something, and that looks like a big crossbow, which is possibly setting up, the next weapon that the Rangers will be getting. Which it's cool because
it looks very purple, like a certain motorcycle with a mane. If you know what I mean. If you've seen
Purple Rain.
And it also looks very power blaster-ish. But anyway, Leonard, continue.
Yeah, so Nate opens the package, he looks at it, and possesses him. Steel and then Steel and the rest are at the gym because why not? They're like, yeah, man, I've been doing so much. I'm tightening up grid battle force. I'm making everyone do certain things, and it's cool. And right, and one of the dudes got his Steel's order of one of their orders wrong, and Steel at this point. I love Steel, but Steel became the one thing that we were at war against, and that's Karen's.
I got something to say about that scene.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my issue with that original scene with the little girl is the Rangers failed to remember that just because Steel has human DNA doesn't mean he entirely understands human nuance, and they need to establish that the punishment also needs the measure of the punishment needs to measure the measurement of the crime committed, and it needs to be like something that's relevant. Since the crime the girl committed was littering, her punishment had to be littering related, which was picking up extra trash, which would condition her to not litter again. And Devin even mentions like, yeah, when I got in trouble, my aunt or grandma made me pull up weeds. That straightened me out in no time. And my issue with Steel is because he doesn't understand the nuance of how crime and punishment works, is that he not only is the punishment he dishes out disproportionate to the crimes they commit, like, oh, your shoelace is untied, go clean up the Megazord with a toothbrush. But also like the punishment itself has nothing to do with, with the crime itself. Like, you're speeding on the caddy. Try walking the rest of the way there or something like that. And then I take issue with that Riptide employee because he doesn't work at Battle Force. He has no authority to dish out that punishment.
That's why Devin and Robbie are like, whoa, Steel. He works here. He don't work with us. Like, oh, you're right. Well, don't do it no more.
Show's 20 minutes long. Not everything can be fully developed.
So Karen, Steel, Ravi, Devin, and Zoe, they get a call, and they're like, "Yo, we can't find Nate, but there is a Gigadron. There's a monster.
Electronic signature.
Yeah, whatever. There's a monster. It's over there. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. So they go over there,
and then they see Controllatron with Nate.
Yeah, and they see that Nate has fallen to the dark side.
Dark side of Force.
I'm going to defeat you, Tronics.
Oh,
yeah. Keep in mind, I like how a Power Ranger actually summoned like foot soldiers. That's actually epic.
No, the way he did was Tronics.
I was like, damn.
Inflatable arm flailing ranger. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing ranger. Wacky waving arm flailing ranger. Hi, I'm Al Harrington of Al Harrington's Wacky waving arm flailing ranger.
I'm gonna slap you. Furry.
So they fight. Steel and Robbie are trying to stop Nate while Zoe and Devin take out the Tronics and stuff. They're unable to defeat Nate, and Nate rolls with Controltron. So now Nate is a little mad because Steel's a little mad because his brother got taken away. Oh, we forgot to mention that Zoe herself, matter of fact, Kent, I'll let you take it because Zoe said something that made me say this is where Kent comes in. So go ahead.
What? I forgot what Zoe said.
Controltron. She pointed out the obvious. Exactly you missed your mark. So Zoe, Zoe was when she saw Nate getting possessed. She's like, that thing is using the puppet on his hand to possess Nate.
Right.
And I'm really over here like this. Like no, we know.
Head palm, like Naked Gun, audience head slap. The episode's still, Hasbro era has still suffered from a little too telling, not so much showing us stuff.
Pointing out the obvious. And the problem is they did show it earlier when the monster, he was making the puppet wave its hands around, and Nate was like waving his hands around in front of the Rangers. It's like, at that point, the Rangers should be pretty aware that the hand puppet controls Nate.
Exactly.
Kent. We lost Kent. He went to the dark side.
The Evox got to him again. So they go back to Grid Battle Force. Steel is investigating Cole. He brings Cole to the general. And it's like, he's the one who gave Nate the puppet. Look, here's surveillance cameras. And it's like, you can put everyone in danger. You're fired. And Zoe's like, whoa, let's chill out, hold up. And Commander's like, yeah, you're right. You are fired. You put someone in harm's way, you put them in danger. And he's like, I'm sorry.
And you put a Ranger in danger.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't want this. This is my dream job. And I'm over here like, can someone roll back the footage from the front of Grid Battle Force? You
Agreed.
have surveillance cameras on the
And also
inside.
he did say. I'll give the general credit. I want to give the general credit. The way it planned out is like he just says, he caused he didn't scan his package again. You're fired. And I'm like, whoa, Steel. You're in no position to fire other employees.
Steel, you're acting like
that
a
is the higher
Karen.
ups position. But I will give the general credit. She did say, oh, well, Cole, what do you have to say for yourself? And then and I'm like, okay, she's giving him a chance to defend himself. Unfortunately, he did all he says, like, I don't know what happened. My memory's hazy. And then he says, that's not good enough. You're fired.
And again, I have to ask, do y'all not have surveillance cameras in front of your building? Because clearly you do. We have seen it in previous episodes. You mean to tell me Zoe can like, hey, real quick, roll back the footage. Roll back the footage. Where was he before all this happened? Before he gave the package to Nate, where was he? Roll that back, fam. No.
And yet at the same time, Commander Shaw was seen giving ribbons to those two men who just stood there and watched all this chaos happen with Steel, Devin, and Ben and Betty last season. So
Hold on. Jess, it's okay, kids here. What's up, man?
Hey, Jess, what's up, dude? Now, going back to what I'm saying. No, and on top of that, if that's the case, Steel, while you're acting like a Karen right now, why don't you fire the dude who didn't scan Cole's package when he came in?
this stream is clearly out of control.
It's not out of control, because I'll point out the obvious.
Oh my god.
Run a surveillance
Yeah,
cameras.
why
You are
did that other
government.
guard not scan? It's like, see, this is why TSA is out of control in real life.
Wow.
Because you arrest one guy who's got a prop katana, and you completely ignore the other guy with the C4.
I'm gonna walk away.
Ryan, why don't you take it away since you haven't spoken for a bit?
Yeah, I'm just watching. I'm just getting entertained watching these two babbling. You guys good now? You guys come down?
Okay.
You guys come down? I have a way, so yeah, shash it, muted, there you go.
Did you just mute us?
Yeah. So they can stop laughing. Anyway, as we continue, so
Oh,
Cole
you
gets
muted them.
fired. Cole gets fired, but then suddenly, Nate. So telling us, never mind. I can't do it. These guys are like looking at me innocently. See, they're happy now. You're no longer
I was
muted.
cursing while I was muted.
Anyway, so Cole gets fired. Then suddenly there's a emergency. Basically, two Robotrons have invaded the city, and a Tango Alpha something 645. I don't know what you call that shit. Anyway, so to add Tango whatever, Tango 5, Tango Mambo 5.
Tango 5. He's just like Tango 5.
I got Tango 5. So, but then suddenly, one of the people, I think it was one of the people working the command center, detects basically in her energy, and say it's Nate. So Devin goes outside to investigate. Now you see Nate being all freaking Assassin's Creed in the backyard and trying to be like. That was actually cool though. I actually like that scene. You're like,
Yeah.
like I'm like, it makes the question like, come on, why would Nate be like this in the rest of the season or last season. I actually like Evil Nate.
Because he's not gonna murder someone behind their backs, Ryan.
That's cool, though.
Yes.
Anyway, so but then do you see Cole? Coincidentally, Cole, what are you doing? And Cole warns Devin, like, Devin, look out! He's like, ugh! They fight, and this is the best part. This is where the episode has a high rating for me, because finally I see a mano-a-mano Power Ranger fight in a freaking Neo Saban season. Yeah, I know Samurai had one. Samurai did have one, but I felt lackluster a little bit because it was basically, this one is actually mano-a-mano, and you can show Nate's true potential as a fighter, even though you said they footage in the assumption. Who doesn't matter? But that was a good fight, and actually more at the same time too. It was like, oh, ugh! And keep in mind, he was on par with Devin. That's what I liked about him. So it showed Nate has progressed from being a wimp to an actual fighter.
From being a wimp to being a hypocrite to being, I'm going to kick your ass. So,
to presumably going back to being a hypocrite because, the episode where their relationship with Zoe's coming up.
Okay. Anyway, now we go to the robot man, the freaking Mecha Evangelion scene. I'm just kidding. We're gonna Megazord battle. Well, there's two Tronics now, but suddenly the puppet Robotron.
Puppet King.
Puppet King. He possesses what's his name? The Blues Megazord.
Robbie.
Yeah, this is Robbie's Megazord, and he's they're fighting it. So it's all basically they're trying to do that until Zoe comes in their rescue and freaking distracts him and takes away the mind control or whatever from it. Then they destroy the Megazord. Now we go back to the real fighting part, the actual good fighting in this episode. You see Nate go back to kill Devin until Devin sees the monster and then.
No, he didn't shoot him. He threw his sword at him.
Yeah.
He does a feint kick on
No,
Nate to make it look like he's fighting Nate, but he's actually aiming the sword to throw it at the puppet.
Yeah, he throws the puppet, and then he turns to pick his his super mode.
Beast X mode.
His Beast X mode, and basically goes a la freaking Mega Man slide dash or Zero slide dash him again. So I like that.
Minor side note, it's a brief shot, and Sentai, they can get away with a few more things than Power Rangers. But when we see Devin, throw the sword towards Puppetron, we actually see it kind of stab him for a brief second, so that was cool. The fact that they, I wonder if the Karens of the world is complaining about that now.
Dude, shut up. That was a good scene. Even the fighting scene was good, and plus, all I liked about it too, they actually filmed actual American footage for this fight. So that's what I give props to that.
All American footage for the most part, yeah.
And then we go near the end. All the world, and then not the end. So Devin destroys the monster using his freaking zero slash. For people, it's a Mega Man Zero move. So people, then the day is saved, and we go back to the base. Where we see Cole get rehired by. Well, actually no, before that. So they go back to the command center and we see Nate explains what happened to the whole team. But then suddenly oh wait, he tells him it was foggy, it was hazing, and then finally Zoe realizes oh, we fired that dude. He said,
"You mean Steel?"
And the Steel's she's oh, I effed up. Okay, let's go rehire him again, and then So finally, the commander calls him and rehires him because of their mistake. And then we see
you forgot you forgot Ben and Betty in that.
Yeah,
scene.
I'm going to the part.
We're getting to that.
I'm getting to that. That was a roll.
Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
Excuse me. So Ben and Betty tries to grow the tree they destroyed with actual a tree grower actually made from Morph X. If you actually pause it, it's actually a Morph X item. The tree grower that's enhanced. So
yeah,
it's kind of
only
interesting.
supposed to add one drop.
Yeah, one drop.
Which they did at first.
They did. So I was like, oh, finally they're competent. Finally. And then they get surprised. Then they get surprised. Oops, I dropped it. And they actually grew the whole tree and they're there. And then the commander's how the commander's doing this.
She's like, I'm too old for this.
She's like, heck no.
I am getting too old for this. one thing I wanted to mention. Ben and Betty actually had a moment where they were useful in the episode too. There was a scene where when the monsters started attacking, and they say, "Hey, we saw Nate out back," and I was like, "It's simple, but hey, it was something helpful. They actually helped.
Yeah,
so that was cool."
We forgot one thing, so I want to make sure we clean everything. Not Vengeance.
Evox.
Evox got the job done. After he got Nate to program whatever he's working on into their computers, he's like, "All right, Nate, go finish off the Rangers, okay? Like your job here is done. Go, baby.
Go fight the Rangers. Go fight the Rangers.
Yeah, go fight the Rangers. Turn
There's a
back
simple
into a
explanation
babyface.
for that.
Yeah, like go turn back into a baby face. We got our job done. You no longer need to have a heel turn.
And actually, I actually like the fact that whenever a person's mind controlled by a controllatron, they lose their they don't have any memories of what they did during that, because if they kept their memories, that means Nate could immediately spoil whatever it is that Evox was planning, but because he has no memory of it, he's left in the dark.
So that
Exactly. Exactly, Cap.
Yeah. Finally, the writer would say like something like, "Oh, it's hazy. I don't remember." It's like, see,
It's like I said when we reviewed the premiere, how this Beast Morphers season 2, despite its problems, it's coming off slightly sharper written than the previous season. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the writer's like, "Okay, these episodes suck. Let's put it in the beginning." And
episodes that you gave high ratings for?
No, the first season of the season. The first four.
No, season two.
Season two.
Save Our Souls. I mean, Save Our Shores. Then the video game episode, which was I thought was okay, but yeah.
The beginning episode, which I really didn't like. I mean, it was okay, but I don't think how you should start. Remember, I argued that the episode last week should be the premiere episode of the season.
Or, elements from it, at least.
Yeah, but anyway, again, good season. It's a good episode. I liked it. And now let's go to ratings first with
no, Ryan, you go first. You go
first.
I didn't like it's not really I didn't like. It was like more little nitpicks, but it's not gonna affect my score. It's like I see it more as nitpicks. Okay. Technically it was better. I like this. It was better acted. I actually like how they use an extra and he actually has a good role instead of like being forced. And it was believable because you make a mistake. I like the life lesson episode. That was actually a realistic life lesson episode. Very realistic.
Thank you.
Very realistic. And I like how Steel and this one is like, oh, Steel's overacting. No, Steel's a half robot. But he's like basically a robot. He's Vision. He's technically 1 year old. So that's why he's starting to understand
After all, I was only born yesterday.
Nate's acting finally. I mean, not only acting. Nate's character-wise, I actually liked him in this episode. You can see how Nate is as a badass. Especially like the Assassin's Creed / Uncharted like scene.
Just like imagine if he did hit Devin. Shake.
Oh my god.
Also, there's a side note. I like the part when Zoe's like, "Don't hurt him." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we forget. Yeah, the hint's like, "Hey, that's my man. Don't hurt him."
I like it as a hint because all the people are like, "Oh, really? It's gonna hit him." But you see, Zoe's the only one's like, "Don't hurt him."
She's the one who's not gonna fight him.
Yeah, you could tell too.
That's my man.
You could tell too that she didn't want to go after him. Actually, there's nothing to hate about this episode. I mean, there's like again Ben Betty. The beginning, when what's his name? When Blaze legit went in front of Grid Balfour's open door, no one saw that. But again, just being sneaky. Plus, Ben Betty were working, so I don't bet you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'll excuse that. I actually do excuse that part.
And plus, I actually did tell them, it was actually mind control because the camera wise. But anyway, I liked this episode. I liked the action. It was action I'm waiting for. There were stakes. Because the stakes I mean is, Evox actually won. His plan worked. He actually got Nate to do his bidding.
He's winning. Evox is winning right now.
It took him a year and a half.
to do his bidding, and plus he had an actual monster that actually was memorable with the mind control. Actually, we did work. So props to that. Good job, writers. Good job.
But I will say this: I was surprised that this was the route they went with the whole "I need the Gold Ranger" because on several occasions there were instances where Enter, which is the Japanese version of Blaze, he did copy the Gold Ranger's powers. In fact, there was even a special where he actually becomes the Gold Ranger, but with like black visor instead of gold, with that little like spiral thing like from his normal glasses. And the Red Ranger has to actually fight him. So I figured that the route they were going to go here was they're going to copy the Gold Ranger's power, and then Blaze is going to take it for a quick spin, so they're gonna have to fight an evil Gold Ranger in the form of Blaze. But this also works.
Also, the pacing was good. I was actually into this episode because sometimes I would be like, but I was like, I was actually into it. I was like thinking, okay, what's gonna happen next? So good pacing. So overall, finally, this is gonna be my first 10 out of 10 for season 2.
Are you serious?
My first 10 out of 10 for season 2 because I actually did enjoy this episode.
You can't see me, but I'm actually zooming in.
Oh well, TRZ. What about you, man?
I'd give this episode a solid 9 out of 10, which is probably like the third episode to get 9 or higher in the entire past Beast Morphers, like including season 1. And I really like this episode because it wasn't too the lesson day wasn't too hand-fisted, and it's actually a nuanced lesson. It's like, yes, theoretically, when someone does something wrong, they should experience some sort of punishment, but the thing is, the punishment has to be proportional. It has to be nuanced so that there is a lesson learned from why you're being punished. And that's one issue I had with Steel in this episode, where like in the scene where he fired Cole. It's like, I appreciate the general in that the reason why Steel wanted to fire him is because he didn't scan a package twice, while the reason why the general wanted to fire him is because he put a ranger into a life-threatening danger. Like they have two completely different reasons for wanting to fire Cole. But the general did give Cole a chance to explain himself before firing him, which is something that an actual manager is supposed to do. And yes, I appreciate that Evox's plan was a little bit more elaborate this time, because remember in past episodes you just get some monster to like disguise himself as the Ranger or something and then sneak in the base, or they could have just tried to do something where they just directly try to mind control. No, they actually put layers into this plan this time by having them control one person and then control another person so they could do another thing. And I'm like, okay, we're thinking steps ahead. I like that. I'm not a fan of how campy the puppet thing is, but I like what they did with it. And yes, and I do like the choreography in this episode because, that's a pretty complex move to do a feint kick just to throw a sword in a 90-degree angle. That was pretty impressive.
And Nate being freaking Assassin's Creed on me on
exactly.
It's like,
and the funny thing is like watching Ben and Betty this episode, it makes me realize more and more that Ben and Betty are literally season 2 Bulk and Skull, but with free reign over SPD technology without any consequences whatsoever.
Well, technically it's nepotism because their dad's the freaking general, so.
Yeah, he's the general.
I enjoyed the episode. I liked the plot. I liked how the villains, it seemed like they actually thought it out. And I do, like the lesson that was taught. My only issue is that while I thought it was a good lesson to teach, it kind of had a bit of Neo Saban writing to it. But overall, action was good. The fight, it has probably, like I said, season 2 has probably gotten real better in the fight department, at least. Not quite there, but still improving. The plot, Nate, being used for this one episode and then, not being, that's all he needed to do. It was just, overall, I think I would probably score this maybe a 9 out of 10 too. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I just kind of I had the Neo things that were a little annoying, but overall, like I said, really good episode.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I give this episode a very high 9 out of 10. It's almost close to a 10. It really is almost close to a 10. I just think my issues are, and it's honestly becoming a thing. Maybe I'm a little too. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too harsh, but I'm sorry. You are a part of a government-funded. You are a government-funded organization. You mean to tell me y'all don't have surveillance cameras in front of your building?
Well, remember the security guards last year?
Yeah,
Yes.
remember that last year?
No, listen. No. If they were able to look at surveillance footage of Coltrane giving Nate the package, then there's clearly a surveillance footage from the front of the building. You cannot tell me you can't. And don't you say you can't use logic? No, because they've already established there are plenty of surveillance cameras around the perimeter.
Exactly.
Don't you shake your head at me.
They should have footage of him picking up the package. They should have footage of the other guy letting him go without scanning the package.
What about Blaze and Roxy getting, like a few episodes ago, how they got so close to the building and, they didn't set off the alarms then?
Which one was that one?
That episode 1, season 1.
No, not season 1. That wasn't the first episode. The episode where they got the lock and key monster in the building.
Well, keep in mind, Blaze and Roxy used to be employees, so I'm pretty sure they still have access to certain things in Grid Battle Force.
Yeah, if
And
you really
they're
think about it, they could just put on janitor uniforms over their avatar uniforms, and beyond that, all they have to do is just hope no one notices the yellow and purple hair dye.
Leonard.
Again, because of the fact that Blaze and Roxy are still have actual things that they could do in Grid Battle Force, I'm pretty sure they still have access to it. Now, the whole black thing, I don't know. That part, I don't know. I can't really answer that. But if you're
But be realistic though, if they turn evil, why wouldn't you think the commander would set them off now? Because if you're a government agency, if you got fired, you will automatically.
they didn't get fired though. They didn't get
No,
Blaze
even though,
fired.
even though you turn evil and something happens,
Blaze did.
no,
Roxy did not get fired.
logically,
Roxy left on her own terms.
logically,
Blaze did not get fired.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Steel obviously took the show again, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the fights. The gold versus Red was awesome. Thank you Hasbro. Thank you Hasbro for that. Y'all get the big dub, okay, for that. I want more of this. I want to know what's gonna happen. Was Evox planning? Because at this point, Evox, the Rangers may be winning the battle, but Evox is slowly winning the war.
What I'm hoping is
Yes,
they have
exactly.
more Blaze versus Devin fight, because in the Sentai there was a lot of them fighting because they were rivals.
Right.
Well, hopefully they put more of that. I really hope they put more of that in there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised it didn't have more fight scenes between Ravi and Roxy because in Go Busters they were rivals, but here they were forbidden lovers, and Ravi had the whole guilt thing about Roxy's now gone and she's an evil avatar. It's all my fault because the last thing I said to her is that I don't love her anymore.
My biggest question is, where is regular Blaze and Roxy?
Yeah,
are they in hiding?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Are they fired?
Are they in hiding or
Let them
I can buy when
hold up.
Oh, here comes one of
Baby
the
alert!
newest Power Ranger fans.
Yeah.
oh knees. I can buy Madame Odious, she was laying low after her plan failed. I can buy that easily, but I kind of need a little extra dialogue for Blaze and Roxy, real Blaze and Roxy's whereabouts or what they're exactly doing off screen.
Yeah.
Right.
They should totally have Blaze and Roxy be the type, have a role similar to Ryan in Lightspeed, where they try and go off and figure out how to end.
Right.
Evox.
No, I agree with you on that one. And between Blaze, Roxy, Ben, Betty, and now Cole, it's at this point there's no reason not to have a Hippo Ranger.
Right. Well, that being said, 9s and 10s, all 110, all 9s. It's a great episode. So you know what time it is. It's YouTube comment time. So what's up, everyone who's watching the pre-recording? Say hi. If you're watching the pre-recording, how you guys doing? Hope you guys enjoyed our new episode of Ranger Podcast Live. We did episode 6, and if you're new, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, hit it again, triple like. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Morphin Network. Let's read
And you can't see me because I'm in hiding.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we're-
He's,
yeah,
he's,
he's
undercover,
hiding he's hiding from Evox.
he's undercover, that's why. And Mikey Perez says, "What's up?"
Hey, Mikey.
Ranger
Mike.
Solo
Your mom's
says,
calling.
"Hey."
Your mom's calling you. Hold up.
Peace.
Jay Taunt says, "Hello."
She's coming.
Hi.
Mikey Perez says, "Steel was such a bleep in this episode. It was hard to watch."
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Jay Taunt says, "Hi guys, what's up, man?" Mikey Perez gives episode 3 out of 5.
Not bad.
6
Not
out
bad.
of 10.
And then Jen says, Ravi is Bay.
Oh boy.
Of course
Girls.
you would.
Should I tell a certain Red
We'll let-
Dino Ranger?
We'll let a certain Red Ranger know this, okay?
Yeah, should I tell Red Dino Ranger that you kind of cheated on him now? Okay. Where can they find you, Fox?
Well, you can find moi. You can find me, Ryan my Ducati, playing Tron Legacy soundtrack all day, every day. I'm joking. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at @TheReckless_Fox. You can follow me on my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and find all my latest game content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Which, at the time of this recording, I am now playing the Resident Evil 3 remake on my Twitch channel. So be sure to follow me on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If you want more content, myself and TRZ do our weekend podcast, the Scroll Game Podcast. Every weekend, new episode of the Scrub Podcast will be doing it this weekend, as well as Scrub Lounge. TRZ, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Boken Kabuto. That's Boken Kabuto as in Boken Red and Kamen Rider Kabuto. And you can find me on Instagram at Chrono_Justice_cosplay. Mr. Quasar Red, where can they find you?
You can't find me anywhere. I'm invisible. You can find me on Instagram, brown_K, as well as QR Ranger Book, where I show off my massive scrapbook that I can also not show because no one can see me.
And Ryan, where can they find you?
Where can they find you? Dancer Boy.
You can find me playing Animal Crossing on Instagram. So, by the way,
I have something cool for your Power Ranger fans. For people watching Animal Crossing, I figured out what the Power Ranger theme song in the game.
Oh my god.
You guys can hear it? Yeah, okay, one more time. Yeah, that's right. You can hear it. So
Ryan, that's copyright.
this is the tune. You guys have Animal Crossing. This is how the Power Ranger theme song is. So screenshot that. I'll leave for now. And there you go. You guys can get it.
You can follow DancerBoy247 on Instagram, and if you want our friend codes and PSN usernames, be sure to DM us on Morphin Network's IG page, and we'll give you our friend codes. There you go.
and please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, thank you guys. We reached 1,000 followers on Instagram, and hopefully on YouTube we'll reach 1,000 subs too. That's my now wish. We're almost there. We're almost to global domination.
We're on our way to doing even things. Keep an eye out for future content.
Yeah, future content. Keep in mind we might get some guests maybe in the future. Right now we don't have a guest besides Sabrina. We also might get somebody that I'm very close with. I won't tell who, but it technically wears the color blue, so wink wink. For also a Q&A. So yeah. Alright guys, thank you guys so much. This is Morphin Network and we're signing out.
You're close with the genie?
No. Before we go, remember, wash your hands. Stay safe. Don't be touching people. And yeah, clean your hands.
Read and play plenty of video games.
Don't touch your face.
And work out. Work out.
And go
And
outside.
eat all the cheeseburgers you can.
And get some out and go some outside to get fresh air. Don't walk. You can walk, but like don't touch people to get some vitamin D.
Go for a walk. Keep your distance.
Alright, guys.
And make sure to take plenty of vitamins.
This is Morphin Network signing out. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Watching us.